Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Cronovich, and I'm here today to read you a story called The Little Lost Robin. The other day, we got to enjoy one called Thumper Finds an Egg, and in both stories, we find characters who are rabbits and a robin, but the stories have very different plots or storylines. Let's find out what happens today in our story, The Little Lost Robin, by Elizabeth Baguley. The Little Lost Robin. Illustrated by Tina McNaughton. On the edge of the deep woods lived an old hare. Hare in our story is spelled H-A-R-E, and that's another word for a rabbit. This isn't the hair on our heads. Let's start over. On the edge of the deep woods lived an old hare. Once he had leaped and pranced under the magical moon, but time had made him gray and stiff, and he no longer danced. Instead, he spent his time looking out over the world, gently daydreaming. What a beautiful picture. Where do you think our story is going to take place? Yes, you're right. It must be in the woods, and maybe it's woods in a mountain. Every day, Hare went to feed the small brown birds who chattered and chirped. Remembering his long ago moon dancing, Hare tapped a merry paw to their busy tunes. One morning, he swooped a bird with a very bright beast. "You're a bold little robin," laughed Hare. And here's Hare and the robin. They meet in the woods, don't they? Even when autumn came, Hare still went to share food with his friends. But then a chill wind scattered the leaves, and the birds, too cold to stay, flew far away. Their song echoed with goodbye. "I'll miss you, little birds," sighed Hare. Then something made Hare prick up his ears. Animals do that, don't they, when there's any danger? A song that lilted faintly away in the woods. It was a bird. Hare hurried toward the fir tree where robin shone scarlet, singing a song warm as summer. Fir tree must be another word for an evergreen tree, the kind we might see at Christmas time. "Robin, you didn't fly away," exclaimed Hare. And as Robin sang brightly, Hare wound around in a slow dance. "You've made this old hare feel young again," he laughed. So every day, Hare would walk into the blustery woods to bring Robin seeds and sway to her song. When winter arrived, freezing the woods and stiffening Hare's legs, Robin would come to the burrow to see him. Hare awoke as soon as the sun rose. He waited for Robin so that they could eat breakfast together. "What would I do without you?" smiled Hare. I can tell from his face that he's so happy to see his friend Robin. Then came a night that howled with storm fury. A wild wind exploded into the woods, blasting and splintering trees. In whirled the snow, hiding the land under its biting cold whiteness. Deep in his burrow, Hare could not sleep. He was worried about Robin. Had she been blown into the storm, homeless and afraid? Oh, look how our illustrator drew white lines to make it look like the wind is blowing, and the trees are even bent over, aren't they? When morning came, Hare rushed outside, hoping that Robin would be waiting for him. But he found no Robin anywhere. Where was she? Why hadn't she come? Hare had to find her. What do you think is going to happen, boys and girls? Well, a big problem has come up. Hare cannot find his friend Robin. Hare struggled out into the snowy woods. Finally, he came to Robin's tree and stopped. The fir tree had fallen over, wrenched from the ground by the storm. "Robin," he gasped, "where are you?" Searching through the branches, Hare found only her empty nest. He slumped down, sure that Robin was lost. Just then, a tiny cheep made him look up. Cheep, cheep. "Robin," Hare shouted in amazement, "I thought the storm had taken you." As far as she could, Robin flew to him. "It's all right, little friend," Hare said gently. "Come with me. I'll plant your fir tree outside my burrow so you'll have a new home." The sun sank slowly as Hare trudged home. Over the humps and hollows of snow he went. Robin nestled safely on his shoulder. Nestled, he's just cuddled in. Back home, Hare helped Robin make a new nest in the fir tree's branches. Every day she warbled and whistled, and when the night brought the light of the magical moon, Hare joyfully danced to her winter bright tunes. And that's our story, boys and girls. Wasn't that a sweet story? We heard a lot about friendship in our story. Our story did take place in the woods, and it had two important characters, didn't it? Of course, our characters were the hare and the robin. And our big problem in the story is a big winter storm blows up. Remember how windy and cold it was? And Hare cannot find Robin. And our problem is solved in our story when Hare goes to her tree and looks carefully around, and even though the nest is empty, he hears the robin chirping. Only now another problem comes up. She has no home because her tree has fallen over. Do you remember how that problem is solved, boys and girls? That's right. He puts the little robin on his shoulder and he takes the tree back to his burrow. He plants it near him and helps the robin make a new nest. And then at the end of our story, the friends celebrate and dance together. Thank you for reading with us. Stay tuned for a fun activity using some of the wonderful word beginnings we heard in our story. Goodbye. Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Cronovich. Today we read a very sweet story called Little Lost Robin. And in our book, we got to hear some wonderful words. A lot of our wonderful words began with what are called R blends. And I'm going to say some of the words for you and listen to how you hear in the beginning with another letter. Maybe you can say the words after me. Can you say trudged, That's right, we hear tur at the beginning. How about branch? We hear burr, branch. How about ground? We hear grr, ground. We hear the word drop, drop. And today we're going to have an activity where we get to read and write some words that start with R blends. There's going to be a video linked to this that also has some R blend activities that you can do in a song form. So let's take a look, and you can do this with a piece of paper and some markers, or even better still, if you have a whiteboard and some dry erase markers at home, you can give it a try. So just like we played Foursquare in school, I have 4 different words on my paper, and I could make it into Foursquare if I wanted to. Or I could just put one word up near each corner. And here I have some little word parts. Okay, I have ing, ip, ack, ot. And we're going to see what word we get when we put an R blend at the beginning of it. So here I have ing. If I put just an R in front, I get ring, ring. But I can put an R blend in the front. That's a letter with an R. And let's see what we get now. Bring, bring. Please bring me the brush. Here I have ip. If I put a R in front, I get rip. But if I put a D with my R, I have an R blend. Let's see what we get. Drip, drip. The water goes drip, drip, drip. Here I have the word rack. When I put an R in the front of ack, rack. But if I put a C with it, I have an R blend with a C. Crack. I will crack the egg. And here I have the word part ot. If I put an R in front of it, I get rot. If I put a T in front of that, I get trot. The horse will trot. Let's read all 4 of them. Ready? Bring, drip, crack, trot. Now I'm going to say a sentence and leave out one of the words and see if you can guess which word it is. Don't let the faucet, said Mom. Don't let the faucet drip, said Mom. Daddy said, please, me my slippers. Daddy said, please bring me my slippers. I hope this horse can, very fast. I hope this horse can trot very fast. I see a in the sidewalk. I see a in the sidewalk. I see a crack in the sidewalk. I see a crack in the sidewalk. Have fun learning about R blends, boys and girls, and be listening for them in storybooks that you read this week. Goodbye. Thanks for joining me.